Does anyone even logic?
So as a future teacher, in my social studies methods classes, we have learned about the lack of social studies instruction just in schools in general. And I think that really leads to like the lack of accountability. Not just there's phones and we're distracted, but we're not inspired in that general way. But anyway, posing questions that are social justice issues to our students is what we are being trained to do, and to teach students how to question the ways that things are done and to become agents of change rather than just talk about an issue, okay, here's a problem, but how can we propose a solution to it? So my question for you is, what do you propose that we do about this power that you've been speaking about, and how do we make a change? Do you think that there is a solution?
Yes, that's a very good question, and I think I would interpret the question to mean that politics is in fact about power. If you think about what wealth is actually stored power, right? Wealth is the ability to exercise power. And the university is not about power, the university is about ideas. And so the beauty of a university is that we can take these two things that are not normally related, which is wealth and power on the one hand, which is the currency of the larger society, and then look at the currency of the university, which is discussion, debate, ideas, and bring the two together. And this is a perfectly good laboratory to do that. Now, in order to do that, though, there are two things that we have to keep in mind that, in my view, don't go on typically in universities. Number one, I'm a great believer in social justice, but the problem is that social justice is something to be argued about. It's not self-evident. It's not self-evident how the rewards of a market should be allocated. It's not self-evident what's fair. In politics, for example, I've heard now 100 times Obama say, you have to pay your fair share. My question to him is, what is that fair share? In other words, if he's a liberal, it's always reasonable to ask a liberal who wants change, in what society, liberal, would you be a conservative? In other words, you want taxes to be higher. Okay, how much higher? At what point do you stop? At what point are you going to stop putting your hand into my pocket in the name of social justice? You're taking 50%. Will you be content at 60? Can I be confident that if I give you 60, I'll never hear from you again? Or will you then decide that you want 70? Why can't you tell me what's fair in advance before you take it? In other words, so we're having this debate about justice, but no one is saying what's just. Right? I mean, so we begin with Socrates. Socrates starts and he says, what is justice? Define it. Don't talk about it like an idiot. Define it first. Second, tell me at what level you think the pie should be cut. Then we can discuss your idea of justice. But if your idea of justice simply translates to give me more, that's not justice. What kind of justice is that? So I agree. Education to me is about stimulating a sense of wonder. It's about taking things that seem obvious and making them into questions. Our politics would be really exciting if young people were to be part of it, raising fundamental questions that politicians don't ask. You know, so for example, let's say for example, we believe in democracy. Never hear a word more often uttered than democracy. Majority rules. Okay, the first question I have is, does the majority get to rule on everything? Let's say the majority decides that next week you should be shot. Is that a good thing? Because we all decide, we had a vote, we just decided we'd like to kill you. Why not? Because majority rule is limited by your rights. Right? Now let's take a more difficult question. Let's say the majority decides to find one man, Bill Gates, and take all his money. Does the majority have the right to do that? Does the majority have the right to have a vote and say, Bill Gates has $51 billion, that's way too much. Let's leave him with $1 billion and take 50. Do we have the right to do that in the name of democracy? And if not, why not? Where does it say in the Constitution that we can't do that? So to me, these are like fundamental types of questions, right? It'd be really good to have these debated on campuses like this one. What are the limits of majority rule? Where does majority rule stop? The majority has power, but the founders believe the majority has power within specified domains. They have no power outside those domains. What are those domains? So, anyway, to me, that's what college is all about. And when these debates don't occur, I think then you as students, as young people, are being cheated. And so what I try to do in opportunities like this one is to just raise these types of questions, to hope that some of it plants a seed.
Afraid of brown people. He wants to deport. Yes, he wants to deport Mexicans. He wants to make Muslims wear identification.
So he wants to follow the law where the start is. What are we doing about ISIS?
ISIS is not as big of a
all,
threat as what we all do to each other in America. Yes, look at all the fucking.
So then you didn't support the Iraqi war?
No, I didn't suck it.
Neither did Donald Trump. Didn't think
Let's
so.
bring it back to black people being killed by police.
Okay.
What has Trump said about that?
What about white people being killed by police?
Fuck off! White people.
That's not racist, though.
No.
Fuck off if a white guy's killed by a policeman. Only a black life matters.
We already know that white people, that's not a fucking issue compared to the black people that are gunned down every single day by police.
Gunned down?
What have you done to benefit this planet? Does Hitler not remind you of that? Does Trump not remind you of that?
No, explain to me how Trump is like Hitler.
Mass deportion.
The list would be Donald Trump wants
This
to vet.
country was founded on immigration.
That's not racist. That's
You've never experienced oppression in your entire fucking life. Neither have I.
You don't know me.
You're fucking a white male.
So?
You're a white man.
White people don't know what it's like to be poor.
That's right.
Bullshit.
That's what Bernie Sanders said. That's what Bernie Sanders said.
No.
Yeah, he did.
No, it was the militarization of police.
You can tell you are.
Racism right now. Discounting my
The
opinion.
white guys are president.
That's
Oh my God, the white guys are president. How did that happen? Are
You
you
deny the
nuts?
truth.
Hey man, what you saying?
Yeah.
You're a punk.
What you
I'm
saying?
a punk. I am a fucking
What you
punk.
saying? The
I
comment.
am a fucking punk.
The comment.
Racism. That's reverse first. Fucking old ass piece of shit. You're fucking old. Old. But baby boomer. Fucking. Fucking tells me. My hands up.
You touch him. If you want to put your hands on somebody, put your hands on me.
United. This is fucking unity. Trump does not want unity. This is unity. He's assaulting people.
Oh, you little pussy. You are a pussy. Trump's right. Trump is right. Guys like you are pussies.
Woke is to pay attention. Anybody who is woke pays attention, and you're appalled by what's going on in the White House. We want this to be our last march. This is my third Women's March. I've done this 3 times, and I'm tired of it. Hopefully, third time's a charm.
Third time's a charge? Yeah, I think it's great to see there's a big crowd.
Open, all my sisters.
Black dress. Can you explain that to me?
I'm dressed suit and tie, gloves because it's cold. Yeah.
No, I don't like black dress.
You don't like black?
I'm from Germany. I know
from
my
Germany?
history.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm American citizen, but this.
Wearing a suit and tie is not good.
No, I don't like how you.
You don't like that at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. You'd rather that we wear pink,
I don't judge you,
right?
But I don't like that you're so kind of streamlined black.
You think I should wear a hat and I'll be okay?
No, black is beautiful, but
Right.
not on white people.
No. Okay. Don't you think that's kind of racist to say? Because I'm Latino.
No, it's
I'm from Bolivia. Don't you think you're assuming my race when you say that?
no, because I'm mixed race as well.
So people with mixed race are not good then?
No, Latino. I have a cousin of mine. He's married to a Cuban. It's nothing against Latino. I talk about the streamlined, unified outfit, which is very well worn by the SS.
Don't you think
If
it's
you have a wrist,
streamlined to wear a pussy hat? Isn't that streamlined?
yeah, but I don't wear one. Why would I wear
But you
one?
see it everywhere here.
Yeah, it's their thing. It's also you think, but I think as a videographer, look.
You know, they wore brown shirts.
Yeah, but the SS were black. If you know history, you should know that.
Yeah, I'm fine with history. So white people shouldn't wear black clothing is what you're saying.
I wear it sometimes.
This is kind of black, right?
No, this is charcoal gray.
Charcoal gray.
But I would
ambiguously black.
Streamlined black at all.
You got some black on there. You shouldn't wear that.
Yeah,
too?
but does it say something?
It has to say something?
No, but I don't like it. The whole thing, I don't like it. Can I have opinion? You have your opinion.
I'm not saying you can't have an opinion.
Yes,
I'm curious about your opinion. Okay.
I'd rather go colorful than just pitch black.
Okay.
Especially in
So I should wear colors, you're saying?
Yeah, I think colors would fit you much better. Yeah, the whole society would fit better.
Right. But because of my skin color, I shouldn't wear black.
I don't see a skin color.
Well, you said I was white earlier. You said white people shouldn't wear it.
No, especially if you live in times like this, I think where races are divided, you cannot go with a black dress completely and look like a uniform, because this hurts my feelings. It's hurting my feelings.
It's hurting your feelings?
Yeah.
It hurts my feelings that you feel that way. What about my feelings?
Yeah, I didn't. Did I say I don't like you? I said just I don't like the dress.
Right.
I like you.
Okay, you like me.
But I don't like the dress. I hope you get the message.
Sure, yeah.
I said it has a historical content, and on a march like this, you shouldn't go dressed up uniform.
I mean, it's cold. Look at all these black jackets out there.
Oh,
Your ambiguously black jacket.
No, I don't like this that she wears and you wear a tie and be so. This has something. It has a message.
Well, we're trying to be professional here.
Yeah. Professional and professional can be very different.
Okay.
Come da porta picchita va bene, se tu la parla miezza americano, quando si fa l'amore sotto la luna, come da bene in capo di I love you, papà l'americano.